range of projects we've been tasked with making a film. It could be a documentary, it could be a short film, it kind of can be anything, just as long as it has the theme of AI. So we could be talking about how it impacts the environment, how it impacts the creative industry, kind of like the legal, ethical issues of AI, kind of going into that. Yeah, that's kind of like the only sort of like set theme we have. Sort of like in terms of what we can do story wise, or sort of the format is completely up to us, just as long as it relates to that theme.
No, it's a little bit difficult because we've been tasked with making this film, but we don't have as much of a budget. We've got a set parameters of it being 3 to 5 minutes long, and it has to be about AI. We have to come up with our own idea, but it's quite different from the previous year's task. Was Rupi told us that last year their theme was mental health, so having a film about AI is quite different. I'd say it's a lot more niche because there's not as many directions you can go in as mental health. It's very different. So we're all trying to come up with our own ideas right now, and linked with that is we have an edit unit as well, so we're going to be editing our own films as well. Some of the people in the course have never edited before. Obviously I've edited before, but Ollie, have you edited before?
I have, yeah. I've done quite a few edits, especially during my level 3.
But I think a couple of the people in the course have never edited or used any software before, so it'll be their first time using Premiere Pro and learning how to fully edit their own film. So it'll be interesting to see how it turns out, and Tim is teaching everyone how to properly use Premiere if they've never used it before at the moment, and how to add their own titles and graphics and stuff like that at the moment. Theory, the course, because we're mostly online, we do a lot of essays. We've had to do a lot of presentations for those units. So most of the units we've done so far have come with a presentation. We've done, I think 5 units so far.
That's right, yeah.
And I think 4 out of those 5 units have had a presentation, and all of them have had an essay with them. We just submitted a unit where we had to do an experimental film, which was literally like go out and film anything around you, and it had to be about light and sound. So it was using any light and sound techniques around you. So it could be using the lights in this studio, or it could be using natural lighting. Anything that you see around you, just capture it for your experimental film.
I decided to go with the film noir kind of like aesthetic for my light and sound experimentation. So what I did for that was I kind of went out during the evening, or I filmed in the studio, kind of had the place just almost completely dark, and then filmed the lighting stands. I went out to film like street lights. I filmed puddles with like light reflections, sort of like inside. I kind of did a little bit of ambient sound as well, sort of like background noises for the sound elements and stuff like that. So it was really fun to sort of experiment with that and see what we can do.